that this is haram, this is haram, this is haram. So naturally, a question arose there. Then what is halal? Got it? So this is the connection. Rabat. What? Rabat. And that's why I wrote for you the ulama, a Zakhim book, a big book. At-Tahbirat fi at-Ta'birat wa Rabat as-Suwar wal Ayat. At-Tahbirat fi at-Ta'birat wa Rabat as-Suwar wal Ayat. What the connection of surah with surah and ayah with ayah? Or group of ayahs with a group of ayahs. Got it?
Yes.
Yas'alunaka, they ask you, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Maza uhilla lahum, that what has been made lawful for them. Qul say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, uhilla lakum at-tayyibat. Tayyibat are made lawful for you. So what is tayyibat? Literal meaning is pure. So last night we mentioned that everything grown of earth, that is lawful to eat if that is not poisonous. Poisonous plant will be haram li ghairihi. That will be not haram li nafsihi. Because of itself that is not haram. Because Sharia has not made it haram. But it will harm you, so that is haram li ghairihi. And from sea world, the easiest mazhab is that of Imam Malik, rahimahullah, that everything in water is halal. Imam Ahmad and Imam Shafi has a few exceptions. Details are there in the books of Fiqh. And according to Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah, only the fish family. Because of the hadith of Bayhaqi, أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ دَمَانْ الْكَبِدُ وَالطَّحَالِ وَمَيْتَتَانْ السَّمَكُ وَالْجَرَادِ. Blood is not eatable, that is haram. But two bloods, these are halal for you people. Number one, the liver. And number two, at-tahal, the spleen. And to dead animal means not slaughtered. That is halal for you. One is locust and the other one is fish. Now Jamhur, rahimahumullah, they are taking a plea on an ayah, أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ صَيْدُ الْبَرِّ. Where is the ayah? صَيْدُ الْبَحْرِ. أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ صَيْدُ الْبَحْرِ وَطَعَامُهُ مَتَاعًا لَكُمْ وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ. Where is the ayah? Say, what page are such and such surah and what line? Say, it will be in Maida. Will be somewhere in Maida. I think so. You should recite a few ayats, so your memory will tell you. Not? So let me ask my computer.
I can read it, I just can't, I don't know where is it.
Huh?
I have to think which page.
Okay.
It's not in Surah Al-An'am.
Surah Al-An'am?
I don't know.
Yes, will be Surah Al-An'am. Will be. No, Surah Maida. Yes. Look, Ramzani Hafiz is working. Not working. Only Sha'bani is working. Ayah number 99. No. Ayah number 96. Got it?
Yes.
أحل لكم صيد البحر. Lawful to you is Sayyidul Bahri. Uhilla lakum Sayyidul Bahri. Lawful to you is the Swaid. Swaid means the hunted. The Swaid of ocean. وَطَعَامُهُ مَتَاعًا لَكُمْ. And its food is an enjoyment for you. Mata mean ma yumatta'u bihi. What is enjoyed? That's an enjoyment for you. So now they say Dul Bahar. So everything there in the Bahar or in the water that is halal. That's what Imam Malik said. But we said that in Hadith of Bayhaqi, when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, from water only the fish is halal. So now this swaid will be a swaidul ma'hud. This swaid will be a swaidul ma'hud, the known hunted. Because of that hadith, the known hunted is the fish family. Got it? And وَطَعَامُهُ مَتَاعًا لَكُمْ. So Imam Malik rahmatullahi alayh, he said that everything, even though there is something, I saw the people there in Dubai, the Korean people, they were collecting it from the shore, yes, and that is look like a flesh, but it does not have life. It did not have life. The fish, the ocean is throwing it to the shore and they are collecting it. And then I don't know what they call it. But I saw it there. Got it? So it means that is also halal according to Imam Malik, rahimahullah. But we don't know whether that is a plant or what is that. Anybody knows about that? But Imam rahmatullahi alayhi says, that Sayyidul Bahar, that is the fish. And وَطَعَامُهُ, that is the thrown fish, which the samandar has thrown, the ocean has thrown out. Which the ocean has thrown out. And you found it dead. So that is a free enjoyment without hunting. Just go, roast it and eat it. But Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says, إِلَّا لِزَالَمْ يَكُنْ طَافِيًا. When that is not tafi. When that is not tafi. Literally we can say, or technically tafi mean when that is not rotten. But to know tafi, so Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi mentioned two things. Number one, fish ears from inside are white, but a dead fish, and that is not hunted one, thrown one. So if its ears are turned to red, then that is tafi. That's number one. And number two, to find out the tafi, when you will put it in the water, so it turned around on its back. Otherwise, the fish is floating or sailing or swimming on its belly. Yes or not? So as long as that is not rotten, so if that is dead, even you will put it in the water. Okay? Because that is not popped up. But when that is popped, so then it will turn around on its back. So that is tafi. So that is not eatable according to Abu Hanifa, rahmatullahi alayh. And of course, medically is not good for your health. That has turned to poison. So that is number one. And number two, as Imam Tirmidhi and the Muhaddiseen narrated a hadith that Sahaba asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, inna narkabul bahr wa la najidul ma. We are sailing there in the ocean because they were mean business people taking ship and being in the ocean for days and nights. Inna narkabul bahr wala najidul ma. But we do not have water, means to make ghusl or to make wuzu with. So can we use the ocean water while the dead animals are therein? While the dead animals are therein. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "At-tahuru ma'uhu wal-hillu maytatuhu." At-tahuru ma'uhu. One is tahir, one is tahur. Tahir mean pure and tahur mean purifier. Purifier is its water, which means that you can use it for wudu and you can use it for ghusl as well. وَالْحِلُّ مَيْتَتُهُ. And its dead animal is hill. So now Imam Malik rahmatullah alayhi and even Imam Ahmad and Imam Shafi rahimahumullah, they have said that every animal in the water, no slaughtering is needed therein. So it means it will die itself, and that's called dead or maita. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says its maita is hill. So they said that hill mean halal. So thus they say that everything in the water that is halal, because of this hadith of Tirmidhi and other muhaddisin. But Imam rahmatullahi alayhi says that they were asking the eating or they were asking the wudu and the ghusl. Say, so whatsoever is mentioned there in su'al, that is meant in jawab. Whatsoever is mentioned there in the question, that is meant in the answer. What was their reservation? Their reservation was, yes, dead tortoise or tortoise, dead fish, and dead certain other animal, just name it. Got it? So, the hippos. Hippo is also in the water. Yes? So that is dead there. So, big hippo, like 2-3 buffaloes. Got it? So all these things are found dead therein. So this water is still usable. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Tahuru ma'uhu wal hillu maytatuhu." So they say that hill mean halal. We said hill mean tahir. Hill mean tahir. That is dead animal is tahir and pure. It does not make the water dirty, not to be used. And why it is tahir and pure? Because it does not have blood. As we mentioned last night, that a bloody animal cannot live inside the water. Can it? Say, no. It cannot. Got it? So when something does not have blood, so then it does not have the filth. Got it? So if it died, it does not make the water filthy. Got it or not? Abwabu Tahara, we have mentioned it there. In Abwabu Tahara, we have mentioned that. So Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says this word hill, it has more than one meaning. Here in this context, because last night I told you about Imam Abdul Aziz Rahmatullahi Alayhi. What he said in Tafsir, 3 things are must. Say from your memory. No, don't. Here, look, Tarjan. Right away he was jumping to the paper. Say, cheating is not allowed in test. Got it? Yes. For cheating, a person has to be called Mr. 420. Huh. So again, that in Tafsir 3 things are must. Hazrat Imam Shah Abdul Aziz Rahmatullahi Alayhi, he says, number 1, to have the meaning of the word either haqiqi or majaz muta'araf. Either mana haqiqi or majaz muta'araf. known majaz, which is known to all people. Number two, the meaning must be in accordance with the context, that in which context this word or this sentence is used. So then the kalam will be having connection, rabat. And number three, that the meaning or interpretation must not be against the meaning and interpretation given by the Shahidi an-Nuzul, by those who observed the Nuzul of Quran. Who observed the Nuzul? Who observed the Nuzul of Quran? Yes, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Sahaba. So if they have given a tafsir to an ayah, so you can make a tawil, but that tawil must not be against the tafsir of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the tafsir of Sahaba. So now, if somebody has given a tafsir of an ayah, and that is not a mana haqiqi nor majaz muta'araf, but another meaning, so that is called tawil qareeb, allowed, permissible. That's allowed and permissible. That's called what? Tawil qareeb. If that is not in accordance with the context, so that is called tawil ba'id, and that's allowed as well. And number three, if that is against all the three, against all the three, then that's called tahrif or perversion. Then that's called what? Tahrif or perversion. Got it? So at-tahuru ma'uhu wal-hillu maytatuhu. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi say hil here is meaning of tahir. Ayat tahiru maytatuhu. Its dead animal is tahir because it does not have the blood. Got it? Got or not?
Yes.
And that's why if a slaughtered cow in the name of Allah, if that fell down in a well of water, so the water is not filthy. Because number one, shar'an that has become tahir because of slaughter. And number two, no blood remained there when it is slaughtered. Got it? Yas'alunaka maza uhilla lahum. And then, furthermore, I told you that on earth there are two types of animals or birds. Controlled animals or birds, and out of control, the wild. So in controlled animal and birds, zabh is must. What is must? Zabh is must. And what is zabh? To cut the awdaj. To cut the awdaj. Awdaj mean 4 veins. Got it? Metaphorically, we call it vein. Otherwise, one is bul'um, other is hulqum, two are wadjan. Al-bul'um wal-mari wal-wadjan. One is bul'um, one is mari, one is, yes, the breathing way. Number 2, the food way. Number 3, the 2 veins. Got it? The 2 veins. So, afri lawdaj, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, afri lawdaj bima shi'ta. Afri in the meaning of iqta. And awdaj is the plural of wadaj. Wadaj mean vein. So, cut the veins with what you want to cut. So, what you want to cut? Anything sharp. Anything? Sharp. So, just cut it with that. And the fuqaha, they say that mustahab is to cut all 4. So that's why when we slaughter, so we are, yes, doing like this. To cut all the 4. Yes, we do like this and this and this. Got it? In 3 dimensions. But if 3 of them are cutted and one was not, so still that is halal. Walil aksari hukmul kull. It's a fiqhi qaida. Walil aksari hukmul kull. Majority of veins are cutted, that is like as all four are cutted. Got it? And number two, that this cut must be by either a Muslim or a Jew or a Christian. Ahlu dinin samawiyin. Ahlu dinin samawiyin. Either by Muslim or by Jew or by Christian. And number three, it must be in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Got it? Or not it? But if somebody forgot the name of Allah when he was cutting the throat, so that is allowed. That is halal. That is halal. But if somebody, even a Muslim, he did not mention the name of Allah in his kibriya purposely and intentionally, then that is haram. That's strangulation. That's what? Strangulation, are they just like cutting? Got it? Only Imam Shafi Rahmatullah alayhi says that if a Muslim, he will not mention the name of Allah purposely, still that is halal. So he has made the qiyas of Ahmad on Nisyan. We say Nisyan is the lowest category. You cannot make the qiyas of Ala on Adna. You can make only the qiyas of Adna on Ala. That's a general well-known rule in jurisprudence. That's just like the case of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahmatullahi alayh. To him, in one of his saying, to wash the nose and the mouth in wudu, that is faraz. To wash the mouth and nose in wudu, no, that is faraz. Why it is faraz, Imam? He said, because that is faraz in ghusl junabat. So we say ghusl junabat is a rare case. That's a rare case. But wudu is a common and regular practice. A regular practice can be maqisun alayh, not maqis. So you can make the qiyas of regular on irregular, but not the qiyas of irregular on regular, but not the qiyas of regular on irregular. Got it?
Yes.
Or not it? Then uncontrolled animal. Purposely I am using the word controlled and uncontrolled. Because if I say domestic and wild, so sometime a domestic runs away and it is frightened. It happens sometime in Qurbani back home. Yes, and then he is worse than wild. Then that bull is worse than wild. It can kill you. So it means that he is out of control. Got it? Or not it? Say,
Yes.
got it. And sometime you will be having a deer. You made it domestic. Originally and naturally that is wild. But now that has become domestic because that is in control. So in controlled, the zabha will be that as we mentioned. In uncontrolled, in the name of Allah, with any sharp weapon, with any sharp weapon. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. And the arrow, it hit the animal. And when you were approaching, it was dead. It was dead. So that is allowed, permissible and halal. That's called al-zabh al-idhtirari. Al-zabh al-idhtirari. And the first one is called al-zabh al-ikhtiyari. Got it? Or not it? Say.
Yes.
Yes. Now, in al-zabh al-ikhtiyari, the kalima is said for a specific animal. Let's write it down. The Bismillah Allah Akbar is said for what? Say, for al-haywan al-mu'ayyan. Al-haywan al-mu'ayyan. But in al-zabh al-iztirari, the Bismillah Allahu Akbar is said for al-haywan al-ghair al-muayyan, non-specific animal. What it means? So 2 cows were lying on the ground for zabh. The people have thrown to the ground 2 cows at once. And you are the one who is going to slaughter. Now one was black, the other one was white. So you said Bismillah Allahu Akbar, and your intention was to slaughter the black one. To slaughter the black one. But for unknown reason, you jumped to the white one and you cutted the throat of that white one. That is not halal. Because here the kalima is for a specific animal. Got it? For al-haywan al-muayyan. But in case of hunting, uncontrolled animal, look at me. I am telling you in one dars, the whole Kitab al-Zabayah. Yes, that's a big chapter. Yes, in Madrasa, Hidayah, in Kitab al-Zabayah, it takes 4 or 5 days. Yes or not?
Yes.
And I am giving you in one sitting. And still you are not making tea. Yes. Or you are making? Say.
Yes.
Okay. So anyhow, now, a brown deer, it was running and you targeted it. Bismillah Allahu Akbar. But when the arrow was approaching deer, so the brown one has gone ahead and it hit a white one. Why your target was? The brown one. Still that is halal. Because in hunting, that is for al-haywan al-ghair al-muayyan. Got it or not it?
Yes.
But if you hit an uncontrolled animal with the arrow saying Bismillah Allahu Akbar, but when you approached the animal, still he was alive or it was alive, then that is must to slaughter it. Because now that has turned from uncontrolled to controlled. From uncontrolled to control. And in controlled animal, the rule is just to do proper zabh. يسألونك ماذا أحل لهم قل say O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam أحل لكم الطيبات, for you being made lawful الطيبات, the pure things. So but طيبات regarding food, it means 2 things. Number 1, lawful, and number 2, hygienic. So that's called tayyib. Number 1, what? Say, lawful. And number 2, hygienic. So there will be thing which will be lawful to eat, but that is not hygienic. So you should not eat it. That is not tayyib. And there will be hygienic thing, but not lawful. So that is not allowed. وَمَا عَلَّمْتُم مِّنَ الْجَوَارِحِ. So here is a hidden word. Mawli Yusuf,
Yes.
can you find that word? Where from you will bring it? أُحِلَّ لَكُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتُ وَمَا عَلَّمْتُم وَالصَّيْدُ مَا عَلَّمْتُم. وَالصَّيْدُ مَا عَلَّمْتُم. أو وَمُصْطَادُ مَا عَلَّمْتُم. And the prey, P-R-E-Y. And the hunt, Swaid or Istiyad or Mustad mean the hunt. Are the hunt of what you taught, min al jawarih. Jawarih is the plural of jarih. And jarih mean the attacker which hurts. Jarih mean the attacker, say, which hurts. So that's why we translate it. وَمُسْتَادُ مَا غَلَّمْتُم مِّنَ الْكَوَاسِبِ. مِنَ kawasibi. And by kasab we mean the hunting. So jawarih mean the hunting animals are birds. The hunting animals are birds. So in animal, two of them, they are the hunters. Number one, dog. And number two, the wild dog. The dog and the wild dog. So only these two are hunters. And from birds, number one is the eagle group. What? The eagle group. And number two, there is a bird, I don't know what they call it in Urdu or in English, but in Pashto we call it latu. Yes, and the latu is hunting only the sparrows, because that's a little bit bigger than the sparrows. Got it? So they are getting trained. These four are getting trained. وَمَا غَلَّمْتُمْ, and that which you have taught min al-jawarihi means from hunting birds and animal. Mukallibina, muallimina. Taklib is actually ta'limul kalb. Taklib is what? Mawli Yusuf? Ta'limul kalb. So mukallibina, muallimina. But then that is used for all these four categories of hunters. Mukallibina, muallimina, hala kaunikum mukallibina. This is hal. Mukallibina, in a form that you are teaching. Tuallimuna hunna, you are teaching them. Mimma allamakumullah, of that which Allah has taught you. So now it means giving talim in depth. And that's why more than 1 week passed and we are still in ayah number 4. We are roaming around one ayah. Yes? Yes or not?
Yes.
Why? Because we want to teach as much as we can to the best of our knowledge in depth. Because I'm not teaching you to have a cup of tea or to have $1 or something like that. Do I ask you? Say.
No.
Oh, you are quiet. So now the message will go that Qazi Saheb is charging for. I am of those ulama that I do not allow charging for deen. Got it? Got it? But it doesn't mean that if you will offer me a car, I will reject it. Got it? Or if you will offer me an aeroplane, so I will reject it. I will never reject it. Because that will be a gift. Got it or not it?
Yes.
Yes, Mawli Yusuf is offering me honey again and again, so I accept it. And I am thankful to you. Got it?
Yes.
Or not? And as I told you, that this is only the mazhab of Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah. He said, وَلَا يَحِلُّ أَخْذُ الْأُجْرَةِ عَلَى الْعِبَادَاتِ. He said that no ujra for ibadah. No ujra.
For ibadah.
So what is ujra? That is based on a contract. It is fixed. It is in a contract. It is fixed. So that's called ujra. Even though Sahibain give fatwa for that is allowed. لِأَلَّا يَنْسَدَّ بَابُ التَّعْلِيمِ وَالتَّعَلُّمِ. So we may not have this practice stopped. Otherwise, what the imam will do, wherefrom he will eat. What the muazzin will do, wherefrom he will eat. What the mufassir will do, wherefrom he will eat. He's a snake. He will be eating dirt, or he needs things. See, you are like this, like you think that Mullah Sahib is jinn. Yes? So Sahibain, they allowed it. Otherwise, there will be no imamat, no teaching, no tafsir, no hadith, nothing. People will be earning for them or they will be teaching you. Got it? And Sahib Hidayah, he gave it a good tawil. He gave it, see,
Good ta'wil.
good tawil. He called it not ujra of ibadah, He called it ujratul ihtibas. That is a compensation for his time. Otherwise, you cannot pay for one prayer even. All of you, you cannot pay for one ayat dars of tafsir. Can you evaluate it? Say that how much the value of proper tafsir of one ayah? The whole world cannot be. So that is only for time. That's a compensation for what? For time. So Imam Marghinani, he called it what? You have to memorize all these terms. I mentioned it. Ujratul ihtibas. Write the term. You may not forget it. It's called ujratul ihtibas. That he is confined because of this duty. In other words, you can say he got imprisoned because of this. He's in prison. So putting him in prison, you have to give him something. And that's what I'm telling the ulama, that if a community is asking you for imamat, so being a strict Hanafi, don't ask for any ujrat or any salary. Leave it to them, whatever they decide. In my whole life, I never asked for anything, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, yes, I am getting a lot. If not, so I catch Tarjan that bring out whatever you have in pocket. I need it. Yes. Or I get somebody else, like Fahim, yes, that I'm going to choke you. What you have? Cream. Yes. And sometimes Naseem also. He's a good guy in this regard. Yes. And his nature is like this: when I am giving him back, 10 times he says, no, I don't want it. I say, no, I want it. You don't want it, but I want it to give it. Got it? He said, and then I tell him that if you want to give it to me, so without my asking, yeah, just bring, yes, like $1 million, I will say, thank you, Jazakallah, Barakallah Fiqh. Yes or not? Got it? Or not it? So now here, Allah in this one sentence, He mentioned Taaleem 5 times. How many times?
5 times.
5 times. Write it down. Bismillah. وما علمتم من الجوارح مكلبين تعلمونهن مما علمكم الله وما علمتم, what you taught, من الجوارح and من الكواسب. And what is it, kasib? Availing the education. What he does? What Yusuf?
Yes.
He is getting the education. من الجوارح. He has the talent. من الجوارح.
This is the animals, right?
Huh? The animals, yes. So he's getting the education or not?
Yes.
Say, what is training?
It's the training of the animals.
Yeah, so that is ta'aleem. Jawarih also, that is ilm, that is ta'aleem. So that's number 2. Mukallibina, muallimina, training them. So this is number 3, ilm. Tuallimunahunna, teaching them for 4 times. Mimma allamakumullah, of that which Allah has taught you. So number 5. So how many times the ilm is mentioned?
5 times.
Now look at me. The hunted animal it will go where? Say, to the stomach. You eat it. Where it will go? It will go where?
Stomach.
So for stomach, if you are teaching an animal, so 5 times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the ilm, that ilm must be in depth. Ilm must be. The after effect will be what? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said regarding dog, إذا باب مجا في ولوغ الكلب or في سور الكلب. What did the muhaddithin said? باب مجا في سور الكلب. Got it?
Yes.
If the dog licked a part, so in one hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, فَغْسِلُوهُ سَبْعَ مَرَّاتٍ وَفِي رِوَايَةٍ ثَمَانِيَ مَرَّاتٍ إِحْدَاهُنَّ بِالتُّرَابِ. Wash it 7 times. In one hadith, 8 times. And one time you have to rub the mud therein. You have to rub the mud therein. Now Imam Ahmad, Imam Shafi and Imam Malik, they have taken this hadith literally. So they say that from dog licking, the part must be washed 7 times. Yes, 8 times they have not said. Only one saying of Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahimahullah. 7 times. Even though dog saliva is pure according to Imam Malik. Got it? But he calls it al-amr at-ta'abbudi. If that is not filthy, why you are washing it 7 times? And letting the part to get dry 7 times after every wash. Let it dry in the air or in the sun, then wash it again. Let it dry again in the air, not with the fabric or something. No, let it dry in natural way. Got it? So we say, oh Imam Malik, with due respect, you said pure. So why you are washing it? So this is Iman. He says, because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered. That's called al-amr at-ta'abudi, without if and buts. Without if and buts. He said it, yes, I have to. But Imam Ahmad and Imam Shafi, they say filthy too much. That's why 7 times. And once, bit-turab, the mud. Got it? Abu Hanifa rahimahullah says that much more filthiest things than dog saliva. That is getting pure with 3 times washing. Wash it 3 times, let it dry every time. For the 3rd time when it dried, that is usable now. Got it? He said, even if somebody peed in a pot, so how many times you will wash it? 3 times. How many times? While pee is much more than the saliva of dog. Got it? So a much more filthiest thing is getting pure 3 times washing. So why it is so? So they say hadith. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, sometime Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he is talking in a different way. He is talking in a different way. Like as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, one Sahabi came and he said that my brother, he has the loose motion, Ya Rasulullah. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Isqi asalan. Isqihi asalan. Yeah, just dilute the honey in water and give it for drink. So he did it. Fazadahu istitlaqan. In hadith it says, Fazadahu istitlaqan. So its motion became much more rapid. So he came, Ya Rasulullah, ma zadahu illa istitlaqan. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Isqihi asalan. Just give him another dose. So it became much more bigger than before. So he came to Rasul. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Isqihi asalan. Give him another dose of asal. Got it? Sadaqallah wa kazaba batnu akhika. What he said? Sadaqallah wa kazaba batnu akhika. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has spoken the truth. Fihi shifa'un linnas. Yes, but the stomach of your brother is telling lies. Got it? That was like a light mode. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he spoke in light mode. So he said, Sadaqallah wa kazaba batnu akhika. For a third time when he gave it to him, so he became okay. Now the muhaddiseen, they are talking about the hadith. So they say that actually he had some bad virus or bacteria in his stomach. Got it? And actually the honey nature is that it is turning out the bacteria. So as long as the bacteria was there in stomach, so it was increasing the istitlaq. But when the bacteria was totally out, so that was okay. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Sadaqallah wa kadhaba batnu akhika. Got it? Huh.
Looks like Ismul Ismul File hunting one is the Ismul Maful Mahzuf here. Like the hunted one.
The hunted one, yes, that's what I said, Mustad.
What is the hunted? Al Jawarihi is the Ismul File.
وَمَا عَلَّمْتُم مِّنَ الْجَوَارِحِ. He is the hunting one, not the hunted one.
So what is the hunted one? The halal thing is that thing has been hunted by the hunting dog or something.
What you mean? I don't understand your question.
The question is that it says, what is halal? Halal is the one that hunting dog hunts.
Yes.
So the animal which.
So where you were sitting or you were late, I said that here is a mahzuf word. وَالصَّيْدُ مَا عَلَّمْتُم. وَالصَّيْدُ مَا عَلَّفْتُم. عَلَّمْتُم. And I said it. You were here. I said it Prey.
I didn't understand first.
Okay, so I say that the prey of jawarih, the prey of the hunting dog.
So that's mahzuf.
Yes. So now here are the 5 words and in all 5. So it means that may be the knowledge of one issue but must be in depth. The point is, otherwise this hunting is only one issue. But Allah said when you are giving that education to the hunting animals, so that must be in depth. So it means that knowledge must not be superficial, that must be in depth. Yes, you have to penetrate inside every single word of what you are studying. Got it? Or not it?
Yes, got it.
So now, when the knowledge is in depth and the training is proper and it is learnt properly, and the test he passed. Because in Kitabul Istiyad, in what? In Kitabul Istiyad, and some fuqaha said Kitabul Sayyid. So Kitabul Sayyid or Kitabul Istiyad, so there they have mentioned that the guard must be given training. When it got trained, so you must send him for the first time after the hunt. Got it? When it will hunt the deer or the rabbit or whatsoever and brought it dead to you, that is not eatable. Because yet he has not got the degree. Got it? When he will get the degree, then he will be a trained one. For the second time, once again. For the third time, and all 3 times, you sent him when he was totally hungry. Yes, don't send him with full stomach. With full stomach, he will not run. He will not be able to run. So, when that is empty stomach dog, so he will eat first or he will bring you first. Dog nature is known. He is very greedy for eating. Got it? He is very greedy because the greed of dog is known. Greed is a curse. When we were in school, there was a story. Greed is a curse. That a dog, he was hungry. He found somewhere a dead animal. Got it? So he cut a leg of it, holding it in mouth. I will take it to a safe place and then I will enjoy. When he was crossing over a bridge on flowing water, he saw his shadow there in the water. He saw his shadow there in the water, his own shadow. So shadow or shadow of dog having that leg in the mouth. Yes, so because of greed, yes, he barked on that dog also to get the second one as well. So when he was up, so his one fell down. So there is say the moral, greed is a curse. Just wait. Yes. So 5 words knowledge in depth. So now look, his saliva is that filthy and dirty. That 3 times according to Abu Hanifa. 7 times according to Jumhur. 7 times. But Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi is answering from those ahadith. That Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says contradiction is there. Is there or not? Because 3 times, 7 times. Number 1. So contradiction is there. You can take only one of them. They say we should have the 7 number. The 7 number because 3 is included there in 7. 3 is? So Imam Rahmatullah said, then washing with 3 will not be pure. So why that's a separate hadith then? If you are going for inclusion, so why then a separate hadith there? Number 1. Number 2, if you are going for 7, 3 is included. So why not for 8? 7 is included. So they say the Imam, so what is this then? He said, Shari'i point of view, 3 times. In Sharia, it will become pure with 3 times. But Tibbi point of view, from medical point of view, it will be usable when you will wash it 7 or 8 times. And the support, because the mud is making filthy or mud is making clean? Filthy. So why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered? Because the rabies cannot be killed without mudding that mud, which has a specific chemical. Yes, Ziaur Rahman, now at your time. That specific chemical, natural chemical is called noshadar. I don't know what's the word in chemistry for that. Noshadar. That's just like a salt. Just like a salt thing. Yes, from the earth. And only the noshadar can kill the rabies. The noshadar, that natural chemical can kill the rabies. So you can write down there what noshadar is called in English. No, in the ask your telephone that what noshadar is called in English. Because you have a teacher in your hand. Maybe you will find. What is there?
This thing right here says formulas like cations of
Huh? What's the formula? Check the formula.
it's Ca plus 2 Mg plus 2 K
Aluminium chloride
Aluminum chloride
in English. Yes.
in English. So what will be the formula?
Aluminium chloride.
Huh?
LCO2.
NH4CO.
NH,
4CO.
NH4Cl. Yes, NH4.
Sorry, not CO.
Huh?
Yes.
NH4Cl. Yes, that's the formula. Long ago. Look, in late 60s or in early 70s, I studied all these things, but still I have it. Yes, I have put it there in the background. Sometime when I need, so I bring it forth from storage.
You have
Yeah.
photographic memory.
MashaAllah.
So anyhow, so look, saliva is that filthy that much wash is needed. But now this deep knowledge, when the dog will take it and you will test him and he will get A+. A plus in a sense, all 3 times the passing is needed. If in 1 time he ate therefrom, disqualified, once again you have to start the class from very elementary to give him training furthermore. Got it? But regarding eagle, the bird, what? The bird. So that eagle, that is not known for its greed for food. Yes, it is known for its wildness, that it does not accept to be in the custody of someone. And that's why he is flying that high altitude that we cannot see him. The eagle family, they are flying that high that they are flying, but we do not see it. But if they will come down, so then we see. Got it? So for him the training is that when you give him the training, send it 1 time. When you will call him, he comes back. For a 2nd time, you called him, he comes back. For a third time you called him, he comes back. So he is certified now. Let him go and hunt for you the birds, the pigeons and things like that. So وَمَا عَلَّمْتُم مِّنَ الْجَوَارِحِ مُكَلِّبِينَ تُعَلِّمُونَهُنَّ مِمَّا عَلَّمَكُمُ اللَّهُ. So whenever you are studying any fun, it must be that much in depth. It must be that much in depth. So once again, your test. What Imam Abdul Aziz said regarding tafsir? Say it. No. Yes, look at me. Don't look down. Use your memory.
The first one is that the meaning should be,
Must be.
has to
Not should be.
no, has to be.
No, but must be.
Must, the meaning of the tafsir,
The meaning of not the tafsir. That the meaning of the text of Quran must be, number one, either mana haqiqi or majaz muta'araf. Mana haqiqi
or majaz muta'arraf.
or majaz muta'araf. Number two,
Number
it must be in accordance with siyaq and sibaq, context. And number three, it must not be against the tafsir of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or Sahaba kiram. So the first one, that is called Tawil Qareeb. The second one, that's called Tawil Ba'id. Got it? Got it or not?
Yes.
And the third, if all the three will not be there, so then that is called
tahrif.
Tahrif. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلق. After prayer. Professor, Bismillah.